All right, what's up guys? This is Average Aaron and this is not an auto video. This is just a handy little how to install this kayak hoist that I got from Rad Sports off of Amazon, I think. And this is the box it comes in. This is the picture. You can see this. And then the directions you get with it come and look like this. And so you can read all that. That's what it kind of looks like. And then if you open said directions, you get all the information you could ever want on spacing and installing one of these, but sometimes it isn't exactly clear what they mean by some of these things. And so I wanted to just show you guys as I talk through kind of how I installed it, and there's this. While I did read this and understood some of the mounting stuff, I found that when it came to the installation, this back picture here was the most useful. And so I will walk you through this diagram because it's got like two different ropes. You've got the gray ropes that's supposed to be fed through here, and one goes up and then another one comes along and just goes straight through. And how do you know which is which and what goes where? So let's break it down. Since I already have it installed, I'm going to point to the parts on the actual component itself. One thing I do want to make note of is this piece right here is one piece, but it's also attached to one that I bolted into the ceiling, which I'll climb up there and show you. Now, I actually did not do this with a kayak. I did it with a car carrier, Yakima car carrier, and I installed it, and it worked just fine and ran it up here. So we'll go up and climb up the ladder here and take a look at this so we can show you all what I did, and hopefully it works for you. All right, so first thing I did was I found the studs, which is easier because my garage is unfinished. And you can see the screws going into the drywall, into the studs, into the joists there that go, and my joists go this way in the garage. So make sure you use a stud finder and find where those are located, which I did. So I bolted this piece of wood here because I wanted to sling the car carrier this way, and I didn't want to run it this way. So I put this in here. I ran two 3.5 inch lag bolts through this, and then inside here you can see there's a piece of metal that's an N essentially, and then a U attaches to it right here. So first thing is this one went in here. There's a bolt there, and there's a bolt on the other side you can see, and it's just this black top bracket, and then this bottom piece with the pulley attaches to it from there. So I got these mounted on both sides. You can see how I got that hung up over there, and I did it the exact same. And then on the bottom, it has these two holes and then one to stick the rope through and tie a knot off. So you can see the knot is in there. Now this is the finished product. So again, I'll start with finding the studs. If you want to sling it with the joist to run it through there, you can. If not, get a big piece of wood to anchor it to. So it's nice and sturdy and strong, and this is rather strong to hold up. All right, so the rope system is what got me and how to do this. So I actually started on the other end, and I'm gonna go ahead and move over there now so I can show you how I ran this, because I didn't want to, cut the rope incorrectly or something like that, and then end up not having enough rope or doing something crazy. Oh. Moving my step stool over here. All right, so I fed this rope into there and tied it off first. It's the very first thing I did. And then I ran the rope down and ran it through this pulley, and then ran it back up and then through there and took it across to the other side. And that's the very first thing I did. And you'll see I have a rope here that goes from one side of these hooks to the other side. That's just to kind of help level and keep it together and sturdy as it drops and raises and lowers. And we'll go back to the other side. But after this one, the rope that comes through that pulley and goes across, let me walk you through how that one goes across. As I stay on the ladder here. All right, so this one came through right here from the other side, and it goes in the outside pulley. So this is the one right here that goes across all the way to the other side, on the left side, if you will, from where we're looking. And then I'm gonna pull this brake apparatus down and hopefully not drop it. Whoop, there we go. All right, but you're gonna run it underneath and behind. See that? And then through the guide holes on that outside. And then simply the weight of the object on these ropes pulls up the brake and activates it. But you still want to secure this against the wall, because once you pull this down, you can release it to lower it. So this is the guide rope that I did. That goes on the inside. Now remember, I did not cut it. I just kept it as long as I could. And I ran it for a long ways. And then so this rope goes down and it's just a loop. All it is, and it comes right back up. So then this other rope goes right up through here, through this guide hole, and then goes underneath this and comes up behind it. Okay, so you guys can see what that looks like on this side. See the rope underneath the brake? I'm gonna pull it down so you can see again. It's the same way on both sides, but that's how it runs through the pulley system. And then that rope comes down here, like this, goes through and just right underneath here, and then is fed back up, and then tied off up here with the knot that I did in the free running in. Now one thing I do want to do is I need to either burn this or clamp it or do something so it doesn't continue to fray, and burn it so it just stays solid and won't fray or unravel on me, and I wanted to do it that way. So that's just a video I wanted to show you guys as to how I hung this. And you'll have to feed the slack, you know, through here, across over to the other side until you get these hooks level with each other on each side. Because that's one thing you want to make sure of, that this is level so it doesn't tip and then launch itself out. Also make sure that you're far enough away from the wall so that when you go to raise it up, that one side, you know, isn't lifted up and kind of canted like this against the wall or scraping up like this. Make sure you have enough space so that it can be raised level like that as it goes up. So that's what I did. It works for me. I hope this video has helped you guys be able to see this a little better. And if you have a different size canoe or car carrier, you can adapt that. I chose, I think it's like 50 inches between these spaces here. I chose it because it was on the studs and it was wider. I could have gone with the stud just to the left right there, but I went there in case the person who moved into this house after me has a you know, a longer kayak or canoe or whatever, and gives them a greater base of support since it's spread out a little bit wider, so they can leverage that as they see fit. And also, if it's longer or shorter, it comes with, you know, extra anchor points to put the hooks through. So it's got several of them around if you want to raise and lower, like, you know, some wood or something like that too. You can just lower your system until these pulleys are on the ground, until these hooks are on the ground, and then lay the straps flat and put over them whatever you want, then fold the flap over and lift it up. The last piece that is not complete is one of the things they have to mount this on the wall is to have this cleat. Put the two holes in here, and then you can, you know, figure eight and snake it around here once this is mounted to the wall. I just haven't done that yet, but I will. All right, hopefully this helps you guys and saves you guys some time, and hope it works well for you guys. If you got any questions, put them down below and I'll answer them. Thanks again for watching another Average Aaron video. Have a good night. Bye-bye.